Hey folks, so in this video I'm going to talk to you about what I believe is the current fastest way to farm Valeera XP, and it's similar to something that you may already be familiar with if you played in Season 1, but there's a twist. Now, it is, in this case, Grudge Pit. You may remember in Season 1, farming the little mislaid curiosities in Grudge Pit was really good. Now, here's the funny thing. Actually, by the end of Season 1, that was no longer the best way to farm Valer XP because you had to pull the entire room, you had to clear it all down, and then you can pick up the curiosities. But, because of a new thing that Blizzard has added this season, Dundun's Favor, which, the moment you walk over a mislaid curiosity, it automatically consumes it and gives you the rewards, this is, once again, an extremely powerful way to get Valeera XP. So I have been testing this for about an hour. I started off with my Valeera at level 60, and I've already gotten up to level 65. Keep in mind that if you are catching up, if you have a lower level Valeera, the lower levels will scale much quicker, so you should be able to get to around level 40, and then it kind of averages out. And every single level, the experience you get from this goes up, so with these numbers, you can roughly expect that it'll take about 4 hours to go from level 60 to 80, which is the new Valeera level cap. So you do need to get Dundun's Favor first, but if you don't know how to get this, you complete any delve right now, doesn't need to be bountiful, loot the end box, and you're going to get one of these curios. And you do enough of them, you'll have, eventually, Dundun's Favor at rank 1, and having this at a higher rank does not matter at all, because just having it equipped gives you the ability to pick up all the curiosities. It is also worth noting that this is most effective on a tier 11 delve, because the amount of XP you get from the curiosities does scale with the delve level. You still get a decent amount at lower levels, but considering you don't actually need to fight any mobs, as I will show, you just run around and pick stuff up, it should be easy enough to just push up your delve tier to 11 at some other place. Right now, at the time of recording this video, the easiest delves to push are Gulf of Memory Spore Source Special and Shadowguard Point Calamitous, but obviously if you're watching this a little bit later on, the delves rotate every day, but there's a bunch of really easy delves to push up to tier 11. Once you have this unlocked, this is the entire thing you're going to do. You don't need to be a druid, you don't need to have stealth, but this will make it a little bit easier. I'm going to run up here, and I'm going to check. I'm looking for curiosities. Oh, there's one right here. I walk over it, boom, 3,000 Valeera XP. And I'm just panning my camera around, trying to find as many curiosities as I can. Another one down here, walk over it, another chunk of XP. And these are both the low ones, so I'm only getting 3k. But sometimes you'll get a rare bit of Valeera XP, and sometimes it can even be an epic. And there seems to be some level of variance in each one of these runs. I fucked this up slightly. Jump up here, check for curiosities. There is one over here. There's some level of variance. I have done sweeps of Grudge Pit and only gotten 2 curiosities in a single run. And then I'm going to press a button and leave. I will show real quick. Have this macro. I will put it in chat, or like the comments, pinned comment, this thing. But all you need to know is that if you have that macro, which I currently have bound to Shift-R, then the moment I'm done looking through Grudge Pit, I just press that, and I instantly teleport out. Effectively what it does is it fires the script that hits this Leave Delve button, which does the exact same thing. It just takes you out. So I'm just going to rinse and repeat this. I'm going to look through again. There's one down here. I jump over here, pick this up. One thing to keep in mind is if you are a stealth class, so druid or rogue, watch out for these mobs, the Venom Cursed Tortollan. Sometimes they spawn in this area, and I have had runs where it's just spawned sitting on top of 3 curiosities. Now in my case, because I am playing a bear druid, I can just go into bear form, just suck it up, run through it, grab all the extra experience, and it slows me down a tiny bit, but usually you can ignore all of them pretty easily. So I don't need to run up there. I don't see any curiosities there. I'm going to run down here. I'm just panning my camera. There is a curiosity over at the ends. So I'm just going to run over here, grab this, and teleport out. And this is the entire process. If you do this enough times, which, like I said, my napkin math puts it at 4 hours from 60 to 80 for Valeera XP, then you have a max Valeera already this early in the season. From what I have seen, most other sources of Valeera XP are currently disabled in the preseason, but since this works and this is the most effective way to, at least, to farm these curiosities, there are other better methods if Valer XP works normally, and you can get it from End of Delve, where then the amount of time it takes to farm the curiosities and to complete the delve will give you overall more Valeera XP per hour than this. If you're watching this in the future and you're curious, then it is usually Collegiate Calamity when the Invasive Glow variant is active. But as of right now, running that will not actually give you any End of Delve XP or any mob kill XP. So it would probably be slower, since this, in terms of pure mislaid curiosity farming, is the best option. The only thing I will end this video by saying is you might be watching this wondering, well, why does this matter? Why do I care about getting my Valeera XP higher? There's two answers to that. One, you might not. It's honestly not that important. Valeera doesn't really do overall that much to make her XP worth farming. But the second answer is that it's just something to do week 1. There's only a few things you can do. If you are trying to optimize your delve farming on the first actual week of the season, which will be next week on the 18th, then every little bit counts. And notably, if on the next week of the season you're going to go for the Hall of Fame from the new Nemesis boss, Aztarek, which I will have a video covering later this week, then it does kind of matter, because even though the amount of extra damage you're going to get out of a level 80 Valeera won't be that much, every little bit counts. There are some very tight damage checks on that boss, so if you aren't already like 290 plus, obviously at this point, 291 in bags, if you're not already super geared from the previous season and you're trying to go for that Hall of Fame, then it might help to have Valeera to help push you over the edge just a little bit. But with that, I think I've covered everything super important that you need to know for this particular trick. I don't know if this is intended by Blizzard or not. It seems like it is, because this was a thing back in Season 1. But either way, if you're looking to farm Valer XP, here's your answer. Hope you found this helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.